Hi everyone, this is Chandraprabha Sharma here. I was blessed with the rank of 289 in the UPSC CSE 2023 exam this year, and my optional was public administration. So I'm here to share the strategy that worked for me, and the disclaimer, of course, being that this was a strategy that helped me, but I also recommend that you apply your wisdom and your unique strengths in the subject to filter out what works for you and what doesn't. Now, I should also address that now that the mark sheets are also out, there is a general level of anxiety when it comes to public administration as an optional. So my hope here is to help you if you've already applied for public administration as an optional. Then I want to make the preparation for you as enjoyable as possible so that you can shed the anxiety around the subject. And yes, so I think we can begin. What I'll start first with is a little background about me, so that I can, as a note of accountability too, that I come from a place where I was lucky to see public administration live in action. So I'll talk a little about that. Um, I'm an engineer in computer science from Symbiosis International University, and I then went on to pursue my master's in public policy from Georgetown University. And this transition that happened was mainly because of some experience I gained in working for the conservation of the Saryu River in Ayodhya. And that's where I understood that I have a passion for public policy, so I decided to pursue my master's there. I've also qualified NET in public administration in 2017. I've had the opportunity to serve as CEO and co-founder of an award-winning NGO that I co-founded with Abhishek Singh and Deepa Singh, and we work for the sustainable development of Ayodhya. And I secured the rank 289. This is also my sixth and final attempt. So I may not be able to tell you very effective strategies for success, but I can tell you how to try to not fail. So that will be my goal here. And the next part. So most importantly, besides all of this, is that I enjoy public administration. I think it's a magical subject. I actually think that there are principles of public administration that even citizens at large need to be aware of. And because we are going for the top job of being a public servant in India, um, I think that this is a very effective and magical optional for us. So while I enjoy it, I was also blessed with the opportunity to apply the theories that we read from our books and our sources in real life with the organizations that I worked for, also consulted for government. So I've seen the theories come to life, so I hope to contribute in your learning journey with that as well. So, but first, I need to be accountable to you as well on my own performance in public administration. I scored 254 marks. I am, of course, not happy with it. I was expecting and hoping more. So, if I had another attempt, which I don't, I would have improved this somehow. This was my paper one, paper two breakup. The trends of marks are still being analyzed, so we don't really know an average. And yes, relatively, public administration scores have not done very well. So, but this is my score here. My goal is to help you enjoy public administration, like I mentioned earlier. All right, so your strategy will have a few components, and the keyword here will be foundations. This is what we'll focus on. We would not try to go for very exotic, very advanced, sought after sources. We will keep it very simple and we'll stick to our foundations. So the first thing in your foundational components would be the static theory and fundamentals. I'll talk about resources shortly, but this is where you read the concepts and really try to understand it. And you think of, okay, what is the concept? Then what are the keywords? Your thinkers will also come here. So this is the part where you're basically reading the standard sources. The next component is the current aspect. So, and this is where public administration gets magical, is because in your day-to-day news development in India's development trajectory, there will be a lot of updates and a lot of developments around public administration. So that is where you enrich your answers with the current developments. The beauty of the subject also is that it overlaps and interlinks beautifully well with GS2 essay and GS4. Um, so that's one advantage that I really enjoyed. And what happened is, by the end of my journey, these were subjects that I truly enjoyed and they became my core strengths. So for current, your source and your knowledge will come from these subjects. It will also come from news, of course. There are also compilations that I referred to, and on my Telegram channel, I'll also be sharing those, so you could take a look at the compilations that help me when it comes to current. So on the channel, I'll be putting that up shortly. I hope I remember to also talk to you about it. I should write it down somewhere. But how do we use the knowledge of these subjects into your optional answers? There'll be a little skill that will be required for that, so we'll also talk about that. Um, the next component here is interlinking, and I'm sure as a student of just optional preparation, regardless of which optional it is, you've been told multiple times to really interlink. The challenge is that while we are told to interlink, we often don't know what it means or how to actually go about interlinking paper 1 with paper 2 and static with current. So that is something we will talk about, but at the same time, I want to tell you that initially interlinking will seem overwhelming to you. And even for me, when I started reading and I would go unit by unit of the syllabus, I wasn't sure on how the interlinking has to happen, and which is natural because anyone can only interlink when they have the macro picture. So when you have the macro large picture is when you can see the different patterns at play and the different concepts and how you can link them. So initially, if you're getting overwhelmed by the idea of interlinking, it's okay. Just tell yourself that it is completely okay that you are feeling overwhelmed. And you don't have to be perfect in interlinking at the initial stages. It is only over time of your preparation for UPSC optional that you will develop a skill, and it is a skill. It is a very important skill that will come with practice to be able to interlink. The main north star or compass for you on how to interlink will be your syllabus. So all the units that are mentioned, if you keep that in mind, you will be able to see how the interlinking will happen. So we will use the syllabus for that. While these components are there, your foundation of all these components will be based on PYQs. So this will be the foundation over which you will build everything else. A topic-wise analysis of your PYQs will be critically essential for your preparation. It is very important to get a sense of what are the patterns that they're asking, what is UPSC really interested in trying to test in your understanding of public administration. That's where so PYQs will help you make UPSC your friend, and that is what we'll aim for. We want to be friends with UPSC here. So PYQs will teach you this, and the syllabus will teach you this. So that's what we'll aim for, and this is foundational. Yes. Next is regards to the timeline of your preparation. I am assuming that you are starting anywhere between Feb. So if you are attempting 2024, so if you are attempting, let's say 2025, then in 2025 you will be somewhere here in 2024. So let's assume that we are somewhere in February and June. You're giving your first attempt. Now, the goal has to be to be mains ready. We have to be mains ready before prelims. So if you are giving your 2025 attempt, you have to be mains ready with your optional complete by January of 2025. That is the goal. So we have to be mains ready before your prelims. That is the timeline. We will talk about how to go about being mains ready before prelims. For that, the first thing is your sources. Now for sources, everyone knows the standard list. Stick to that. You don't really need to run after too many sources. I did not. I stuck to just one book for each large chunk of the syllabus. So I didn't really prepare 2-3 books for the same topic. What I did is I stuck to one book and I revised that multiple times. So that for me was an effective strategy. Thinkers Prasad and Prasad, of course, indispensable. It was very indispensable for me. Mohit Bhattacharya can be done depending on the timeline. So if you have enough time, one reading of Mohit Bhattacharya with notes, that can be done. And then of course second ARC also depends on stage wise. Second ARC is important, but if you have time is when I will suggest that you go about reading the second ARC. Alright, the next thing here would be news and linkages. So this will be ongoing. Now the important thing with news is when you read your news, not only will you cover it from the prelims perspective, so we will try to keep things integrated between prelims and mains at least till mid of January of the year that you're attempting in. So let's say if you're attempting in 2025, till mid January 2025, you will keep your preparation integrated. And it is after January 2025 that you will shift to prelims exclusive preparation. Now for news, you will look at news from the perspective of essay, from the perspective of GS 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you do all of that, in your mind, you should always also flag any development, any data, any example, any case study that will be relevant for your optional, for public administration. What that does is it gives a unique strength to your answers, because it will not just be very generic and theoretical or too jargonish, but it will also have real facts and data and case studies and examples which will show that you have understood the concept enough to be able to apply it to a recent development. That is why you start enjoying the subject and you also show that you have a grasp on the subject. So this is important here. For me, Mehak Jain, I used, so Topper's copies really help me, and I would see the notes as well and the copies. So I refer to Mehak Jain's copies here in this case. So this is something about sources. I think the main takeaway or lesson here is that keep your source pool very simple and don't chase too many sources, too many books for the same topic. Stick to one, maximum two, and not more than that, but keep revising it, because you, with every revision, you will understand another layer of the topic. Why don't we go back and talk about, so the timeline is done already. Alright, let's actually start with writing. While reading your subject is essential, you will be reading a lot to actually prepare the theory and the keywords and concepts. The real game is of writing. And often what happens is a bad performance in mains can be because the proportion of time you gave to reading fairly outweighed your writing time. This is especially crucial. So let's say that right now, if you are preparing before prelims. So this is the pre-prelim stage where you are really preparing your optional. At that time, you can read more and also practice writing. So my recommendation is don't read without actually practicing writing. It could be one question a day. I would recommend a larger volume. I would recommend maybe 5 to start with 5 questions at one stretch, or even 10 questions at one stretch. The reason you don't want to do one question at just one question at a time is because it doesn't train you in time management. That is one challenge. But at the same time, if the objective of answer writing in your stage is that you want to develop the style, and also you want to test your concept, so in that case you could practice one question and send it for feedback and see how it works. But largely do chunks of questions at one time. Now that's the reading and writing balance that you have to strike. Once you move to uh, the time between, just one second. All right. So once you move to the time between prelims and mains, as soon as you come here, your mode will shift into writing more than revising. And here too, we are assuming that you have finished the syllabus before prelims. If you haven't, you can still take time to truly wrap your syllabus. That is also recommended. It's okay, you can finish a few subtopics and topics between prelims and mains as well. But at the same time, don't do it at the cost of writing practice. Which takes me back again to this aspect of writing, and this is exactly after you clear your prelims, you will get into this mode. What you could start with is practicing previous year questions. This will give you a sense of the trend and the weightage and what is UPSC truly trying to test. The other thing is about language being used. So often we assume that the more jargon we use, the more scholarly we will sound. And also, uh, basically, we don't have to show too much of scholarly answers at the cost of it being accessible. So, basically, don't make it too jargon based. And how do you do it? You actually use keywords, but there's also risk there that you don't just throw in keywords mindlessly, but you ensure that whatever keywords you use is actually relevant for the question being asked. So the key is that you have to answer the question using keywords as a good way to enhance your answer. This too is a skill which will come to you with practice to identify what is the question asking. So another challenge that happens with public administration is we sometimes can't understand what is the question even trying to ask us. Or we may end up answering the question and then coming home back after the exam to realize that we misinterpreted the question. So to solve that problem, we will practice PYQs to get a sense of whether and testing whether you are understanding what the question is truly trying to ask. So this is where PYQs play a role. Um, the other thing you can do, and this is also a skill, is to integrate examples, which would include thinkers, theories, and paper 2 and current, even paper 4 here, and current developments. So again, the only solution to truly building this skill is to write. There is no shortcut or a quick fix or a magic pill to it. You just have to write and get good feedback. What helped me was that in 2022, after my prelims, I came across the daily answer writing of GS Core, and Abhishek Saxena sir was my guide at at GS Core for public administration, And he does a program every single day where he posts questions, and we would attempt it. So I would attempt the answers to that question, submit it on his group, and within hours and sometimes even minutes, he would send a very detailed and rigorous feedback to my answer. That was something that truly helped me. So I worked on that. I wrote answers and I practiced PYQs and I got good feedback. So basically, we practice these skills, integrating keywords, integrating examples by writing. There's really no quick fix to it. All right, so let's just go back. We've done writing, we've done preparation. PYQ analysis is also important. The other thing, so one last very important note in your public administration preparation would be that besides reading the book and trying to rote learn or trying to just absorb as much of the theories, what helps is to imagine you as a leader of an organization. And the reason I say this is because I had practical experience because I was serving as CEO of an NGO. So what I would do is every time there was a theory, for example, Mary Parker Follett's theory on conflict resolution. I would imagine applying conflict resolution principles in the organization. So I really, what started happening for me was, it wasn't just about absorbing the theory, but also about imagining what I would do in a situation and how I would apply the theory. And that, I think, made the subject magical for me. Now, this can be done by everybody, because no, it's not necessary that you have to be working with an organization for this. The human mind is really strong in imagination. So go ahead and just imagine yourself as a future district magistrate or an ambassador of a place of your choice, and think of a problem and try to apply. So when you read thinkers and theories, or you're reading about a concept, imagine yourself in a public leadership role and try to apply it to a problem. Initially, you might feel like it is wasting time, but what will happen is, over time, it will become second nature for you. This also ends up helping you in interview stages, because you've already imagined yourself solving problems using theories. So that is one suggestion that you can use to truly make the subject magical for you. And I believe in my case, I have rigorously tested this approach, because I was able to imagine how I will apply the theories to my own organization. So this was it. I hope this helps. Sources, source list, all of it, I will be putting it on my Telegram channel. I wanted to keep this a little brief, and also talk about the importance of allowing your mind to imagine and truly tapping into the potential of human imagination, visualizing scenarios where you will serve as a public leader, and then applying theories of public administration that you are learning. That, I think, is a magical approach to really solving, to truly grasping the subject, and then to demonstrate on paper that you have this understanding and are able to apply it in different questions. So that is my recommendation to you. I am on Telegram for my community, and you can just drop questions there as well if you want. And yes, that's it. So if there are any questions, I guess they can just put comments on the platform and I can answer them. But I wish you all the best. The last thing actually I would like to say, I'll try to pull up a blank. How do I erase? Okay, let's just try this. Or let me just write it here. Okay. So the last thing I want to tell you, and this is something that possibly I'm trying to analyze where my performance could have gone low. One thing I want you to also keep in mind is, address the fear aspect around the subject in your own mind. So let's just assume, and this is a lot of very common question that I was getting. if you are a candidate giving the 2024 prelims, and right now, after seeing the marks of public administration, if you are worried that you have already opted for the subject, what I would tell you is that the fear is not going to help you in any way or form, right? Have faith in your choice and your decision for the optional, and have faith in your ability to truly apply the concepts better. So get rid of the fear and the doubt, because whatever the marks fluctuation is, it's a variable that is out of your control. Whatever is in your control is what you will work on. So what you can work on is to remove the doubt, remove self doubt, and doubt towards the subject, and also work on, between prelims and mains, work on revision. And again, I can't stress this enough, work on writing, don't ignore it. You get write and get good feedback. So that is the last piece of recommendation I would leave you with. And your performance will be 2x, 5x better if you remove fear around the subject. So enjoy it, and truly apply the theories that you have learned by imagining the real life scenarios. So I wish you all the very best. If there are any questions, please feel free to drop them. And yes, best of luck, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you.